Kansas City, hey, what's going on? It's DJ E here. I am doing a little bit of what they called the Sunday Sound Off years ago. That was what I used to do, and I haven't done one of those in a long time. A video where I come to you and talk to you about my story a little bit. So if you're bored, go ahead and log off right now because you're not going to enjoy this. But if you're willing to listen for a little bit, you never know, the information you might hear might help not only yourself possibly, but if you're not interested, you might know somebody that might need it. You never know what some people might need. And there's a lot of people that struggle out here. And, being May, it's Mental Health Month. Every May, I try to do something that, deals with mental health. Also in September is Recovery Month. I try to deal with some things during that month also that relate to sobriety and recovery, because these items, mental health and sobriety, are the reasons why I'm alive today. So I come to you, believe it or not, I am 44 years old. I'm completely honest with you. My birthday is January 5th, 1979. My sobriety birth date is June 4th, 2012. And I've been sober for almost 11 years, and it is an honest, real program that I have worked that's gotten me to this point. I decided that in my life, when I was younger, that I had so many goals and aspirations. I wanted to do so many things. I wanted to be a father. I wanted to be a husband. I wanted to do traveling around the world. I wanted to be a performer. I wanted to be a famous DJ. I wanted to be a singer. I wanted to be a saxophone player. I wanted to be a music teacher. I wanted to play baseball. I had a lot of things that I wanted, that I felt that I was decently talented at, that I never got to accomplish some of those things. But still, in a life that I live now, I feel very blessed that I live in the solution of what the problem was years ago. And that problem was alcohol, was dealing with alcohol and fighting alcohol addiction. And the reason why alcohol addiction started is because of anxiety. Anxiety and depression is what led towards me to want to smoke weed, drink alcohol, take Xanax, feel uncomfortable like I just did when I popped my neck. Do things like that creates stress. I get tense. My body tightens up. I get fidgety. Sometimes I stumble with my words. I have a speech impediment when I get nervous. I do this sometimes. I do little things, bite your nails, all those kind of things when you get anxious. Well, when I used to get super anxious, I would just take. Let's pretend this was vodka. Okay, this was vodka, and I would fill this up with vodka. And I would drink probably, I'd say a couple water bottles of that, during the day. And then at nighttime, I would pour the real thing out of the freezer. I would make it on ice, and then I would do a Coors Light or two, and just try to feel like a real human being. And, I'm got this, no big deal. I just turned 30. My life is big. I'm big shot DJ, big shot doing these things. I was performing different places, doing all kinds of stuff, and, my relationships were horrible. And a lot of people, I'm not afraid to admit my faults. I had a lot of horrible relationships. I treated a lot of people like hell. Still to this day, I don't think I've honestly gotten all of my amends made. And I'm still working on some of those to get that courage to do those things. To get those 100% completed. I've worked the 12 steps multiple times, and step 9 is an amends step, so it's definitely something I haven't completed 100% in my eyes. But I do feel like that I went and made an amendment to that step and moved on, and 10, 11, 12 have really worked for me. I use 12 to use this platform to reach out. If you Google what's the 12th step or the 12 steps of an Alcohol Anonymous, you can figure that out. Also, the first step is admitting when you have a problem and falling apart, when your life is just crazy, it's gone. You don't have to have a God. You don't have to have a Jesus Christ or a Buddha or a Muslim God or a Jewish star or whatever you want to worship. You can worship grass for crying out loud, trees, sky, air, whatever you feel like is a higher power for you. They mention God as the word God in the program, and a lot of people get scared by that. So Don't feel like that this is a place that you're going to be forced religion. You're going to be forced to have to, sit down and read the Bible or something. It's not. We don't even use the Bible. So just feel like you can come to a place that is non-denominational, non-political, a place that, you don't have to worry about being judged. You don't have to worry about what everybody thinks of you or who you might be. If you, it doesn't matter what your pronoun is. It doesn't matter if you don't like pronouns. It just is a safe spot for you to come and say, hey, my life is unmanageable. I don't know what's going on. I can't get control. I feel like I've lost everything. I have failed in relationships. I failed in jobs. I've let my kids down, or I've let my friends down. I've let my parents down. I've let my coworkers down. I have wrecked my car. I have gone to the hospital before. I've fallen over. I've lost lots of money. I have lost pets. I have friends that actually got way drunk and their door got open and then their pets got out and they lost them forever. And that was so heartbreaking for them. I know lots of stories. I know lots of things I've done. A lot of those things I mentioned just a minute ago, I've done. I've done all those things. So, you can always inbox me. You can always talk to me. I keep our stories very anonymous. This is something that I have always took to heart. It's your story. It's not mine. I tell my story because I want to tell my story. I want to explain to people who and what I'm about. I don't want people to think from afar that they know me and that they understand me and that they think they know me. Or I don't want people to say, oh, Eddie, congratulations, dude. You're the best. Oh, man, you're my mentor, blah, 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 blah. That's not what I'm wanting. I'm not wanting that. I just want you to say, hey, I took some advice and thanks. That's it. I just want to see some things happen. Maybe you gave advice to a friend. Maybe you gave it to a family member. Maybe you directed somebody in my direction, or maybe you sent them somewhere that maybe I suggested. That would be the best confidence that I could ever get from this whole situation. So feel free to always get a hold of me. My number is out there. My inbox is always open. And like I said, this is anonymous between you and me. And I have a nice list of people that I would never tell you, that you would be surprised and shocked. People that you see in the news that talk to me and that have a very private situation of a story with me. And they've now succeeded in their recovery. And maybe one day some people will get brave and tell their story vocally and use their platforms. So I just do what I have to do. I stay in my lane. I focus on me. And that's when I feel like that there is a higher power. I feel like that the air that I'm breathing tonight here in North Kansas City is guiding me towards this tonight again. So it's just a peaceful evening for me, and I wanted to share that you can do this too. That's all. That's basically it. Please don't be afraid to reach out to me. Have a great and wonderful rest of your week. This is DJE coming live in North Kansas City with a Tuesday version of Sunday Sound Off. Good night.